Okay, guys. Hi, Carolina here. I know you haven't seen me in a long time. So here I am back in the game. Every single month we do these team calls together. So I want to share something with you. You guys probably saw Yana Ponce and I were in Monaco a few weeks ago for the biggest Eagle event for a company, and it was beyond amazing. Like I expected something, but I didn't expect that. And I felt like I actually, and this is legit, guys, I felt like I actually went there and it's like they were talking to me because the night before the event, that was on a Saturday, I asked Yana a bunch of questions. She's been helping me. Then we ended up at the lobby downstairs of the hotel with Natalie Graham, our millionaire, with Letitia Campbell, our half a million earner. And all of them were there and they're like, baby girl, let me help you. Baby girl, let's do this. You should do this. And I'm just like, we were vibing. Like they were very friendly, very open. And so, anyways, they gave me a bunch of like insights. And then on Saturday, when we went to the training, it's like all those little tips that they give me were like full on trainings that they had. So it was really, really good. So I want to share my screen with you all. If my screen looks crazy, I'm sorry. Let's do this. Oh, Amazon pulled up. Great. I actually ordered, if you've seen on Amazon, I actually ordered Natalie Graham's challenge booklet thingy for everyday planner. It's a challenge planner, so it should be in right now. I'll share it with you guys later. So, Monaco Eagle Weekend, we're gonna go through this really quick. I just want to say, if you haven't been to Monaco, you need to go to Monaco, but make sure you have enough residual passive money in your bank because it is quite spendy. So I just want to welcome everyone here. I'm so excited to share the insights from the Eagle Week in Monte Carlo, a room full of leaders, visionaries, people just like us who are building something bigger than a paycheck. And that was something major that I learned as well. Today, we're talking about what it really takes. It takes discipline over motivation, which we need to realize. It's not, you can't be just motivated. You have to discipline yourself. Simplicity over overwhelming. Okay. And that's one thing I feel like everybody, especially not just our team, but like our teams, is not to overwhelm our new people and showing up as the person you want to attract, okay? Whether you're here to grow, to lead, or dream, this space is something that's going to make it possible. And this is my husband here. Apparently, the tickets were $600 per person, and I accidentally bought two tickets. So he ended up going to the training with me as well as the party with me, which was really cool. So, um, but he absolutely loved it. This was our setting, so you can see the hotel that we stayed at is like right in this area, and then we had the view of the water here. The food was actually really good, and if you go to some events, if it's not Slavics, the food is different with other like Americans, whatever. It's more like American food, maybe not as tasty and just chicken. This one had steaks, it had like rolled meats. It was just really, really good. So it was a good event. Let's do the prizes later, maybe all of them is so we don't have to stop throughout. But we'll do the prizes a little bit later. So this would be the first prize for somebody. These are shower steamers, which I don't know, I think are pretty cool. Okay, so you've got everything it takes. That's the one of the major things I learned here is success is hard, but you already have everything that it takes. Leah Lockett, you'll see a picture of her later, reminded us that you have to be delusional and confident in your vision. And she's like, I am extremely delusional. When somebody starts talking, I'm like, what are you talking about? The confidence of her saying no to people, she's like, is freaking crazy. And some people are like, you are crazy. Like, how much do you believe in this? So most people fail fewer times than you're even willing to try. That's one of her things that she said. Now I was sitting there like, how many times have I failed, right? So most people fail fewer times than you are willing to try. How many times have I tried standing up and doing it all over again? So ask yourself, what if you are 30 fails away from winning? And that's the one thing literally every day when I work on my business, talk to people, and I feel like I got another no. I'm like, wait, this could be my 30 fails away from winning. This could be my 25th fail away. So do not give up. It is there. At Eagle Weekend, we heard something that is powerful. It's not just about the talent of yours. You may be good at talking to people, but you never know. It's all about the grit. It's all about the effort, all about the delusional effort that you put into it. And Leah Locke said, why not me? Meaning like, if she can make it, why can't I make it? And like Dina just mentioned, that mom of four is doable in 1 year, but it's just she has the grit. She puts in the effort. She makes it work. So Leah's like, why not me? Of course I can do it. And that's really what stuck with me. We hold ourselves back a lot of the times thinking we're not ready. But the truth is, we just need to be willing to fail forward. Sounds weird, but you need to be willing to fail forward. Like, I am ready to fail tomorrow. Not that you need to believe in yourself as a failure, no, but like knowing that things are going to happen, you have to be willing for it to happen because through those fails, you can put together a strong, confident
Yeah.
person. If you knew you
Yeah,
were
bring more
30,
mineral water in case.
yeah, I'm gonna quickly, how do I do this?
Sorry.
I, I'm gonna, how do I cancel? Okay, I'm gonna mute every. Okay, you hear me? There you go. I don't know why I muted myself. So basically, if you knew you were 30 fails away from success, how fast would you race through them? Right? So let's move with that mindset. Let's make it work, guys, because it's all worth it. This is me asking a question. Obviously, I had to come up and ask a question to Mr. Bradley in the panel there. So the big thing that I really like, something that I have never heard before at our trainings, and I'm telling you, this specific training was different from any other trainings we've ever had or I went to, and I go to almost all of them, right? Teach, show, with, and go. That's Leah's thing. She's like, I always go teach, show, with, go. So our coaching system is very simple. I teach you, I show you, I do it with you, then you do it by yourself. Success is not handed to anyone, but when you are coachable, you get a blueprint. Okay. So what she says is you have to set a goal with your people. So, for example, what is the goal with this new person of yours? Get them to bronze, which is 3 people, right? Maybe your goal is get gold builder plus, meaning that you have not just 9 people on your team, but 9 people who are with Planet on your team. Okay. Maybe your next goal is hitting DIT, maybe 1 star. And the most important thing that all of them said that they teach their people is you need to set a deadline. So that's why Yana asked me, Caroline, when are you hitting 1 star? I'm like, girl, she's like, no, we need to set a deadline. So we set a deadline with her. So that better happen. And that not only motivates me now, but also holds me accountable. And I have Yana who's going to be on my back, constantly asking me, oh, where I am. So say this to your new business partner next time you have someone. You have to, this is what Leah Lockett does all the time. And I would say all 3 of these Caroline Hamilton, Leah Lockett, and Natalie Graham actually said in different words, but this is it. You say this to your person as your coach. Here's what you can expect from me. I will teach you the system. I will show you how I do it. We will work side by side, and then you'll do it yourself. This is the duplication model that builds strong teams, but it only works if you are coachable, and you got to ask yourself, are you truly open to learning and applying, or are you stuck in the, oh, I know it already, oh, I know it stage, okay? So you got to tell that to people like, are you going to listen and do what, be coachable, or are you going to be like, I got it, chill. Let's pick your rank goal and your timeline and let's move together. So that's very important. I think this is something that we should be using as well. Is you have to set before the business person starts his business with you, you have to tell them where you're at, what you expect from them, and if they want to win, they better be plugged in, be coachable. So this here is Leah Lockett. So let's see. You can't motivate everyone, something that you need to remember, but you can teach discipline to everybody. You can teach them. Obviously, not everybody wants to learn, but you can teach discipline, but you can't motivate everyone because whatever's going on in their brains, whatever, right? And Leah shared how she led with discipline. And this is what she did, especially in the beginning. And I believe she still does it as well. But she mentioned that when she started her business and when it started progressing and growing, this is what she did. She had every single day, she had a 6 a.m. daily method of operation call, DMO call, and showing up before anyone else. So she was always ready 5 minutes before the call. She was prepped. People are showing up, and she sees who shows up earlier. Those who show up earlier than the 6 a.m. are the ones who are really ready to work. So she was watching for her people who's going to, be an eagle, who's going to like fly and make it work for the business, right? Build a team that's self-driven, not waiting to be pushed. So Leah's honest, her motivational speech, whatever. Basically, she said the motivation fades with time, right? But discipline carries you on. She set the tone with her 6 a.m. DMO, showing directors how it's done, and then rotating mornings with them. So, for example, we have a 6 a.m. call of DMO. We're going to do a quick blitz, meaning we're going to do 10 minutes of prospecting on Instagram. We're going to do 10 minutes of prospecting on Facebook. We're going to go into Facebook groups. We're going to answer comments. And all of that is 5 minutes of something or 10 minutes of something, right? That we're going to do together. These are DMO. And there you go. 6 a.m. By 7 a.m., you've done the major work of your business, and the rest of the day is either catching up on conversations or posting or stories, whatever you want. Okay? Makes sense? And that's what she's been doing. And she says she still does it in her team, but only now every a leader takes over every morning. So you're not stuck doing it every single day for the rest of your life. So you have people who take over. And that's also called duplication. And you teach the team, right? So imagine trying to convince someone to stay and then having to convince them to work. And that's very exhausting. And that's why we focus on attracting people who want to move, not just people who we have to drag. And hopefully that doesn't happen to us. And in my team, that's happened so many times that I'm just like, oh man, I need people who want to work. So, anyways, we're working. We're keeping on with that. This is the second prize. We'll get to it. These are iPads, okay? Like not an iPad, but like iPad patch, okay, for your eyes. Okay, another really cool thing I learned is change how you sell. And I see this a lot in our team. Is a lot of people are posting stuff and they're talking about travel, travel, travel. And then they're like, why is my team not building? Am I bad at duplicating? Girl, you didn't even start the right way. You started selling travel, which is a one-time paycheck. You need to show people that they can make more money. They can make more. Somebody just messaged me. Oh, it's okay, Tiffany. I'm glad you're here. So shift how you present your business. Leah teaches that you don't sell a side hustle, sell the bigger picture. Caroline Hamilton says, I don't sell a travel business. I sell flexible working conditions for moms so we raise our kids. Okay? When you call it a side hustle, people treat it like something disposable. So that's why Mr. Hampton also says we don't sell a side hustle because then people are not going to take it serious. But when you present it as a chance to build flexible income, to be present for your family, it becomes meaningful to the person. It's a different approach. You see that? Caroline Hamilton reminded us that she's not selling a product, she's selling freedom, choice, and time. So, are you clear in what you're really offering when you talk about this business? And I'll talk about it more, but like a lot of us sell free princess cruises. It's a cool hook. It's a cool way to hook a person to start the business. But if they're there for that princess cruise and exciting, we only get one free princess cruise, okay? Sure, you get a free Disney ticket, but like, you know what I mean? Yes, you do get travel agent points, but that's not how you lead if you want to build a business. So that's not called duplication. That's called babysitting people who only here for the free stuff. You know what I'm saying? So keep it simple and focused. Keep it simple. Help your new people make $1 in 60 days. This should be your goal. And this is what all three of them said. Your goal is to make sure they make at least $1 in their first 60 days of the business. And statistically, 70% of your people will stay in the business with you. So give them, which I'm going to start doing as well, give them 24-hour tasks, which are IntelliTravel University, right? They need to do, maybe have them make a post introducing them as travel agents. So you have to give them specific tasks to do, things that may feel uncomfortable for them. And if they do it, it's a big chance that they will be your runners. They will be the people who are going to plug it in. If they don't get stuff done within the first 24 hours, they're just lazy people. So you're going to have a hard time motivating them, okay? You can give them mandatory trainings, basics in the business. Tell them to plan a day tomorrow, what they're going to, like a post even, Some people overthink about posts, but you don't have to overthink. You know what I'm saying? So give them certain tiny little tasks that they can do in the next 24 hours and watch and see, because if they do it, big chance that they are people who are coachable and who will do things even when it feels uncomfortable for them, right? Also, main important thing you have to do is recognition and small wins. They build massive FOMO. For example, the challenge for your new person was to make a post, okay? A post of introducing them to the people as a travel advisor, somebody who just started a new business, and then inviting people who want to join them and grow together, whatever the post is, okay? So once they did that, let's say the bigger challenge for them was to be consistently posting stuff about the new business, any kind of post to attract attention within the week. And let's say they did it. Okay, great. Tiffany did this past week. Let's all congratulate her. She's new and she stayed with the plan, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So you have to recognize small wins and we all celebrate together. And not only does that bring up the chat and excite the chat and the people and motivates other people, but also that person is like, okay, if I did it, I can do it again. So those are one of the best tips we got. Don't overwhelm the people, give them little tasks at a time, clear wins early, help them make their first dollar, okay, and they'll believe they can make more. And then focus on the first 24 hours by guiding them, training, and showing them the basic education. And remember, people crave recognition. It's very important, and sometimes that's more powerful than any paycheck. So that's one of the other things that I really liked. It's pretty simple stuff, but stuff that we sometimes forget to do and talk about. This is me. This was the walkway here, and then we went around, and this here is the casino, Monte Carlo Casino, and then right behind it is this platform is this little area, terrace area where we had our dinner. There was a girl playing the harp. It was very like elegant. It was super nice. Like I said, good food. And then later on in the day, they had party music. And then you're literally dancing with Mr. Bradley's wife. I even have a video, and I'm all like, oh my gosh, Mr. Bradley's there with his phone and doing a live with you. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff happens. Okay. All right, be selective, but be smart. So, who is your ideal partner? This is one of the important things. You have to think, who is your ideal partner? We've talked about your avatar, remember with Yana? But think about what kind of partner would you like? Caroline says, show up as the kind of person you want to attract. So if you're looking for a person who is always negative, might as well be negative. But if you're looking for somebody who is positive, ready to work, you have to be ready to work as well, right? Natalie Graham says the way she finds her people, which makes so much sense if you guys been to the convention and you can tell who's Natalie's people are, right? Is the energy. She's like, if I see the energy, I'm like, okay, we can vibe, we can work. And so, Natalie, she's fun, she's crazy. So she literally like connects with them and she's like, that's my person. This is the person I want on my team. If you notice, her team is a lot of energy, right? So everyone can sign up for the business, but remember, who are your egos? You have to search for your egos, and it might take some time for you to see who are the egos. Egos meaning that they're the people who are gonna work, who's coachable, who are gonna be DIT soon, who's gonna hit 1 star, and who's not just gonna sit there doing nothing and complain. You see what I'm saying? So who are those egos on your team? Think about it now. Look for action takers, not just warm bodies, okay? So like Mr. Hampton and Mr. Bradley, all of them actually say you run with the runners. If let's say Tiffany is running, sorry, Tiffany, you're just here. That's why. If you're running with Tiffany, Tiffany's working, making it work. Okay, I'm going to go with her because both of us are going to do even better, but then we're also going to help each other, and we're going to get there faster. But then I have walkers on my team who like to just stroll the waterfront. Well, I'm just going to get your arm. We're going to walk hand in hand and just have some fun and talk, not even business, but just enjoy. Do you see what I'm saying? So find those people who want to work, connect with them, don't lose them, and then you guys are going to succeed, especially your team. So Caroline asked a tough question. Who are you trying to bring in? If you want entrepreneurs, are you showing up as one? Okay, so if you're looking for content creators, are you showing up as a content creator? Everyone can get signups, but not everybody builds leaders. And that's one thing that's super important. Look for the people who take action in day one. Okay, so like I said, those 24 hours is your big time to watch the people. Are they actually going to take action and do what you told them? Just don't give them too much stuff. Just give them specifics. Are they or are they not? Okay. Natalie gave a funny example. She looks for Amazon driver energy. People who are fast, hungry, and ready to work. Okay? Because Amazon delivers, Prime delivers within a day. You need somebody like Amazon. Okay? Like Amazon Drive Deliver. They're going to be there within 24 hours. This is a cool little slide Mr. Bradley showed. You can see where you're at. Are you a spectator, which means someone who joins the business, who just joined? Are you a participator, meaning you're a gold builder? Are you a player, 1 star through 3 star, considered players, not just in our business, but in network marketing? 4 or 5 stars, you are a star. 6 star, you're a superstar. And then 7 star, you are considered an elite player, okay? And there's obviously different explanations and all of that. You guys can Google it, research it, whatever. But this is what he's been talking about a lot. This is our third prize, and we'll just do that later. Grace for today. Short, mid, and long-term vision. This is another really cool thing that I actually use for myself, which I'm trying to now help my teammates. We've been working a lot together. So your goals will evolve, okay? Caroline teaches that short-term goals are kind of like blitz rank ups. So All right, guys, we're getting bronze builder. Let's do this. Let's work on bronze right now, okay? So you got your three people. Great. The next short-term goal is hit silver builder. Next one is, and so on, so on. So like these are the little short-term goals that can happen within like a month or whatever, or even less, whatever happened. Like Dina's energy, I don't know, within 24 hours. But we can also talk about midterm goals, which means I want to build stability. Maybe your midterm goal is within a year, I want to make at least $1,000 passively. Okay, so you're working towards that. And you're doing all these three goals, guys. And not saying you're doing one at a time. You're doing it together, but your midterm goal is to make at least 1,000 passively or whatever, right? And then there's long-term goals, which is create legacy. Yes, in the future, I want to be able to have enough passive money, residual money, so that way my kids can have a college fund, or maybe so I can take my kids on vacation every other month or every month, whatever it is, you know? So that's a long term. You're creating a legacy. I want to make sure my kids have something that I'm working on today, right? And legacy, guys, we're lucky we're in this business because this business is all about legacy, okay? So you got to start small, but you got to think big. You got to educate yourself, show up professional in every room. And that's the other thing Caroline Hamilton was saying. She's like, just because it's a Zoom call, it doesn't mean you sit in your robe and your PJs. Okay, you're showing up in front of people. You want to show up as a leader. You want them to take you as a leader. You have to be ready to look as a leader, right? You have to, even though you have this background in the back, guys, I promise you, I'm in my office. I'm not in my bed. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So one of my favorite takeaways was the vision settings. Okay, she breaks into short, mid, and long-term goals. We've talked about that a few we actually talked about with Yana too about the goal sheets that we were doing with some of you guys, kind of the same thing, okay? Then blitz when you need momentum. So let's say you are depressed, you're like, oh my gosh, I am stuck. So that means we're gonna start blitzing. And blitzing is one of those things where we get on a call, we do 10 minutes of each thing, we're done. Tomorrow we're doing 10 minutes again, we're done. So right now this week we're building like fire. And so that way, when people start reaching back to me, I'll have conversations. I know what to say, blah, blah, blah. And then who knows, out of those 10 people, you might get two people finally signing up for you, right? And this builds the system for stability. And always remember your why, your legacy. Your goals can change as you grow, but your commitment to showing up well, learning the comp plan, and becoming a professional stays the same. So just remember your why. It's very, very important. All right. And then Mr. Bradley, I like this. This is what I actually asked him, and this is what he told me. So I asked him something about um, when we were in Chicago on the boat with him. I asked him, I was like, how do you know who you're choosing? Because all of his people right now are like 500,000 income earners. And I'm like, how is this possible? Like, are you, and obviously he has 140,000 people right now or whatever, right? But like he said, for you, somebody who's still in the beginner stage of the business, you recruit everybody and anybody and people will go away, but like you just do as much as you can, blah blah blah. But once you have like a big team, you can start specifically looking for certain people. It's like special people, whatever, right? Like he saw Leah Lockett, he recruited her. He saw David DaCosta, he recruited him because he saw something in him. He's been watching him. He came with him with a plan, and he's like, here you go. And this is what he says: how long does it take when people ask him? And he says, as long as it takes. So you never know how long it's going to take. For some, it's faster. For some, it's slower. You build your belief system. Okay. And why should someone join you, right? Why would someone join you? Think about that. Why? Build it for you. You got to understand why people are joining you, why they want what you have. And he says, you're never going to find me coming up to Rachel Algie, our millionaire right now, and be like, girl, if you join my business, you're going to get one free Disney ticket. He says that's never going to happen. I'm never going to sell a free Disney ticket. Just have to do the Disney training and you're going to get a free ticket. And then she's like, oh my, nobody's going to do that. That's what he says. You got to sell the right way, right? Don't sell the travel, sell the dream. And you have to let them know that you are offering a life-changing opportunity. If they don't want it, they're missing out. You move on to the next person. So as long as it takes, there's no magic timeline. What matters is building your own philosophy. And why are you doing this? And why should someone join you? So think about that. He joked, obviously, already said, we tell people they can get free Disney tickets, but we hesitate to invite them to a meeting. And we have meetings every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay? We need to believe fully in the gift that we are offering and a chance to change someone's life. So this is something that he said, and I thought was really, really good. So there was supposed to be a picture here. Apparently, I don't know where it is. Okay. Here's what I want you to remember, everybody. You already have everything it takes. Okay, you do. The fact that you've joined the business already means that you've taken that first step. You believe in yourself. So now you just have to follow along with the people who've been in your place earlier, right? Like, like Yana, she's been in where we're at right now, or you are, or whatever, right? So the only question is, will you believe in it and will you act on it? The path is very simple. You teach, you show, you do it with them, and then you let them go do it themselves. But it's on you to walk it out, okay? You lead with your heart, and we all do lead with our hearts. We share, some of us are moms, some of us are siblings, whatever. We always try to, well, at least me, girl. When I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, I'm ripping a piece of my heart out there and I'm letting you know. And I'm not trying to recruit you, which I am, but I'm not trying this for money. I'm trying this because I actually truly want to help people. Because even though I'm making a few $100s a month passively right now, for me, that's like, wow, I've never done that before. And I didn't even know if there was a system that could help me do that. And now I found it and I really do want to share with everybody else. So lead with your heart, stay disciplined, and build your eagles. And this is something that I'm working on with some of my teammates right now is I want to help them be that eagle that they want to be. And remember, as Mr. Bradley says, it takes as long as it takes. So don't let go. Sorry. So let's go out, bet on ourselves, and make this happen together. And don't let go of this dream of yours, okay? Because it matters. This is why you started. Don't let go of that. So you have everything it takes. Now take action. Focus on discipline, duplication, and dreaming big. Lead with belief, educate in simplicity, and attract your egos. And then remember, it takes as long as it takes, but it's always worth it. So that's kind of what I wanted to share. And then our fourth prize was travel checklist journal. I looked through it. Actually looks pretty cool. And I don't know. Should I share a little bit about about the whole trip itself, how we went? I'll kind of like skim through what we did with Yana. Yes, no? You guys can
Sure.
you can amuse. Okay, I'll try to go quickly. I'll go through the pictures. So what happened? My husband and I, Andre, we went to Lisbon, Portugal for 4 days before we met up with Yana in Nice. And so we went there. We had such a good time. We explored everywhere. We took the tram 28, the famous tram, whatever. It was really cool to just see and go up the hills because Lisbon it's like San Francisco, up and down, up and down. And then we took the tuk-tuk, which was a really good idea because it took us to places the tram wouldn't. And probably if we were on the tram, I probably wouldn't know where to go. But he took us to little local spots that was super beautiful. And then the next day we went through Viator, where I booked our tour. Getting a commission for our tour as well. And so we went to the Pena Castle by Sintra, Portugal. Beautiful castle. Apparently, it was a gift from the king to his queen with a beautiful garden. So it was a really nice day out there. And then we went through the coast, the Portuguese Riviera is what they call it, the Portuguese Riviera. And then after that, we met up in Nice with Yana and we drove straight to Monaco, and that was Friday. And Saturday we had the trainings, and you've seen throughout this presentation the different pictures of the white party that we had on the rooftop. And then we went the next day. We went to Nikki Beach. If you guys haven't heard, it's Nikki Beach. There's a few locations around the world, and our hotel Fairmont Monte Carlo actually had Nikki Beach on the property. So we went there for the full day, and it was Yana's birthday, so we celebrated her. They even brought two cakes out. They did like the whole fun party stuff. I don't know. It was just super fun. And actually, a lot of our people from our company, because we all stayed at the same hotel, almost all of them, right? Some of them were at the Nikki Beach with us as well. So it was a really cool experience. For me, this whole Monaco trip was wow, because I mean, I've hung out in I went to like very expensive like restaurants. I've paid a bunch of money for a piece of steak. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to something more than just Olive Garden or Din Tai Fung. But here it was a whole different vibe, maybe because of the people were there. I mean, you're freaking Monaco, come on. It was really, really awesome. So we spent the day at Nikki Beach, and later in the night we went to the Monte Carlo Casino because you're there. You kind of have to go, the James Bond kind of thing, the feel, the vibe. You do pay to get in. You do need your passport to get in. And then it wasn't as big as I expected, but like it was so pretty. Like the detail, the gold details, everything was so nice. And no pictures allowed there. I did snatch a few pictures and I actually did a reel because I did a video of myself there as well. Somehow they didn't catch me, but you would have seen the girls walking around like this. I don't know if you see me. They're walking around like this with their phone. like as if they're not like recording. And then you can see the security guys really, I saw them run up to the girls, be like, delete that, take your phone away. You can't record. It was just crazy. It was like they were like literally watching us. But anyways, I made it happen without getting caught. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. And then the next day, we were supposed to go to Nice, but our boys, so this is Domingo and my husband, decided to get these buggies, which was probably the cheapest thing we have bought or paid for in Monaco. It was only 130 euros per this buggy for a full day. That was a really good deal. And because our dinners were like three times more every single time we ate. It was very expensive. But we took these out, and then Yana's buggy apparently broke. And so we went back and they got this go-kart that looked pretty cute. It was baby blue go-kart. So the reason why we got the bug is because we were like, let's go get pasta and pizza in Italy. So we took these buggies and drove an hour and a half to Italy to San Remo and got some. The food was amazing. And then we ended up finding a local beach, as you guys can see here. So we spent some time there and then drove back through Menton, France, which was just on the way, but it was actually a really cute place too, with a really nice beach over here. Yeah, so that was Monaco, and then and then that evening we went to Nice, explored a little bit, and then next morning we decided to go for a few hours. It was literally 2, 3 hours was the plan to go to the Promenade Beach Club. So they have the beach clubs there, and interesting that in Nice they don't have sand beaches there. There are sand beaches, but very far away from what we were told. But the ones here on the promenade with the beach clubs is all like pebbles, rocks, like literally. But the water was so clean, guys. Maybe because of the pebble rocks. I don't know. But it was just so nice, which I love because I hate when there's sand between my toes or in the swimsuit. So I'm like, this is my vibe. So I literally, for the first time in who knows how many years, went into ocean water because I'm also scared of fish. So I could at least see what's going on in the water, no fish. So that's why I went in there and it was really nice, very refreshing. Had some amazing food at the beach club. And then we actually, instead of 2, 3 hours, we spent 6 hours there. And then in the evening, we went out for a walk and then went out to a famous little restaurant there, which was really good as well, as you guys can see. And then that was our full day in Nice. And next day, we flew to Ireland when we plugged in the Uber driver. And he, for some reason, took us to some mechanical shop with tires. And we were sitting there with our luggage, running pretty much late to our flight. And we're like, why are we? And I was wondering, why are we going up the other way when I can see the airport right there, on the promenade, it's like right there, and we're driving somewhere here. And I was like, this is so confusing. Maybe there's a back road. And we stopped at the mechanical shop. We were like, yeah, okay, this is not it. So, but anyways, we made it back to the airport. We were stressing out because our flight leaves in about hour 30-ish. We were like, this is not enough because like we still need to check in our luggage. And then we realized that of the whole airport, it's not a pretty small or a big airport, but it was very busy. Out of the whole the airport where you check in your luggage, there was just one line for our little Ryanair flight, and there was like how many people there? All of us were waiting. They didn't even so we have to board in like 40 minutes, and they still didn't open the lug where we take the luggage, the station, whatever. I don't know what they're called. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, we were literally, I have a video I posted. We were the last people in line for the whole plane. And our flight technically left at 12:10, and it was like 12:15-ish. We're still standing trying to, check in our luggage. Then she forgot to give us our boarding pass. We run back. We're like, we need our boarding passes. She's like, oh, my fault. I hope you guys make it. Thanks. So we made it through security. Then we realized we have to go through a passport control. Then we realized we have to go to the other side of the airport downstairs. And then we were literally the last one running into the bus. And then the bus took us to the plane. It was crazy. We were stressing out because let me tell you why. It was the only flight that day that left to Ireland. We had to make it. Anyways, the whole plane was late. Everybody was late. It wasn't even our fault, but we made it on time. And then we went by some castles and then went to this place. And this was the only day it started raining on our last day, which was fine because we went into this Kylemore Abbey here, which is beautiful as well. And we actually took a tour inside. So we kind of we were hiding from the rain. Anyways, and so we made it to Dublin in 2 days. We did a 2 day or 3 day road trip in Ireland. I'm not going to go into details, but you can see on my page. And then we went to Dublin, did hop on, hop off. There's not that much things, not many things to do there, FYI. There's no skyscrapers. I expected more, but it's a pretty little town. And then we just saw some viewpoints, went to the Guinness Museum because, there's really nothing else to do, and that's what it's known for. And then that was it. Yeah, that was it, guys. I don't know if you have any questions, but that's it. And then our last prize was going to be this book that I'm reading right now by John Maxwell. He's also the speaker we're going to meet face to face and hear speak on our stage in Orlando for convention. That's it, guys. That is it. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
Thank you, Carolina. That was so amazing. Thank you for doing it
Yeah.
for us. Really
Yes,
great job.
yes. Так, давай, Marina, can you tell me the names of the people and then I will add them. Yeah, I still need to buy my
Did
flight.
you get your ticket?
No. Okay, this is what you
No.
reminded me. Literally didn't get my tickets. Okay, can you tell me the names, please? I need to get my tickets. If I don't,
Dina,
I'm gonna miss it. Dina,
Tanya,
Tanya,
Anna,
Anna.
Mariana, Anya M,
Hmm?
and Tiffany.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's enough people. We'll just do that. So our first gift was, let me see, it was the shower steamers. Let's see who wins. Guys, but make sure you reach out to Marina because sometimes people don't reach out and then we end up not sending you anything. So Anya M is getting the shower steamers. Girl,
Which one? Anya M. Yeah, congrats.
you're gonna be smelling so good.
Send me your address, guys. Send me please your address, okay?
Yeah, message Marina personally, please, because the Zoom thing is gonna stop and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, please send me message.
iPads, guys, make sure you don't mess up on the iPad situation. This is not an iPad. This is like for your eyes. When I read it, I was like, it sounds like an iPad. That would be cool. Who's getting that? I'm not gonna say the name before it pops up because last time I did that and I messed it.
Tiffany.
Girl, look at you. You're gonna be all fresh for the convention. Everyone,
Tiffany, did you get your ticket?
Tiffany, darling. Oh, she can't hear. She's probably with her baby.
No, not yet.
I'm
Girl!
watching my numbers, Tiffany.
Stop it. No, I didn't yet. No, yeah, we literally just came home.
Yeah, I figured because you're always busy and stuff in the evening. Same with
Yeah.
me. Um, all right, and this is a mini devotions grace for today. This is prize 3. Let's see who gets this. Um, this is Anna.
Yeah, congrats.
Yes, you're gonna be
Oh, so
reading.
unexpected. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Please
And
send
this
me your address,
I
okay?
will.
Everybody. Thank you.
and this here is a travel checklist journal. I looked through it, looked pretty cool. I mean, if somebody gifts it to me, I'll be very thankful, but I'm not, so far I'm not buying it for myself yet. Come on, who? Ah, okay. Tanya, you're getting the travel checklist. And
Yay.
Tanya, that could be an idea for a reel too. You can take so many different ideas for that. Make a reel.
I like it. Is it produced by the company?
No, it's just something I found on Amazon.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, girls, Dina and Mariana, don't fight. There's 2 of you left here, okay?
Okay, I won't fight.
Okay, this is an amazing book, Developing the Leader Within You. This is something that Yana has been telling me 1,000 times on this Monaco trip. And then Natalie Graham said the same during that conversation. I'm like, man, this is a sign. So I bought that book, and then I bought his second book that is developing the leaders around you. So I'm going to get to that next. But let's see who wins this one. And we're going to ship it out to you if you give us your address. Woohoo! You won the book, girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry, Dina. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm totally cool.
Okay, guys. Well, this is it for today. Just make sure you go message Marina your addresses so she can send it. If you won't message her, she's not going to send you anything, just saying. And then we forget who won what, okay? Even though this is recorded. We can rewatch it.
Carolina, thank you so much for doing this. It was so
Thank
interesting
you.
and insightful.
Thank you guys so much. I'm like not blushing, but it is hot in here, so I'm like ready. I don't even know I have AC right here, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Do you have any questions about anything? Maybe the trip, maybe like whatever they said, and I'll try to remember what they said because it was a lot. But if not, this is it. Marina, anything you wanted to say? Nice to
No, I
meet
just want to say that stay consistent, guys, and work out your
Yeah.
business every day. That's what's important.
you.
I
100%.
I have a question that's not related to what you were really saying, but where do you guys book your flights usually?
I personally book because you don't get much of a commission at all. I book mine through Orbitz only
Hmm.
because I've always booked through them and I already have like Orbit bucks. Just used it
Okay.
over again. But like for clients, Centrav is a good one. Fairbuzz I know is a good one. Sometimes IntelliTravel,
Skybird,
but I know
Skybirds.
or Skybird, yeah. Even though I still don't have access with them, so since they
I always go to Google Flights and it
Yeah,
compares all the airlines. And for me, that's always been like the best way to find the cheapest flight without having to
yeah.
go to all the
That's
platforms
that's what
individually.
that's
that's how
good
I
too.
start. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how
That's
I start.
awesome. That's a big
I,
one that everybody is asking, like, oh, can you get commission for booking flights? I'm like, and the answer is no, unless it's in a package, right?
you can add commissions to your flights, but like I only book flights for international flights.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to find some good prices and I was able to add commissions. But if you have clients that wants to get the cheapest possible rate, then I would not deal with
Yeah.
flights.
Have you guys heard of French B?
Yeah.
My friend flies to Paris every year under $200 nonstop flight.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And
Wow.
I seen it. I think I just booked something for my no, it wasn't French Bee. It was either Italian or Spanish, something some little company as a budget company as well.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
literally from LA. Listen, for three people, not LA, from New York to where is she flying? I don't remember. Anyways, I think it was Italy she's flying to. It was literally for three of them, it was $370 for
That's
three.
amazing. That's
What?
crazy.
I'm
That's
telling you, I was like,
crazy.
what? It starts
Mm-hmm.
with an N,
Wow.
something that starts with N. Nordo, something like that.
Nordic.
Yeah,
Nordic,
Yeah.
yeah.
French B is crazy because LA to nonstop to Paris for like 179.
that's insane. It's like
Wow,
me
that's
going to
crazy.
California.
Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for all the info. It was great listening.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you
for
everybody for
joining.
joining. Yes, send
Yeah.
questions into the chat and
Wait,
anything
let me
you
see if
need,
there's
let
any
us
questions.
know.
Oh, no, no questions.
You were
Okay.
just too thorough.
Yeah, yeah, we tried. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with
Thank
me.
you.
Great night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Super
Send me
helpful.
your addresses. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.